Good morning, students. Welcome to the Read Aloud, and today's Read Aloud is McDuff Moves In, and we are also going to be talking about our classroom, building our classroom reading community, and this year you're going to be hearing stories and we're going to discuss them to the best of our abilities in this remote platform, and we're also going to be answering key questions about details in the story, and we're also going to be learning new comprehension strategies that will make us stronger readers, and we already know some of them, and some of them are making connections like text to text, and some of them are making predictions. So I wrote down the learning targets for this lesson, and this read aloud is hear and discuss a story, answer questions about key details, and make text-to-text connections. Okay, and that's what good readers do. Okay, are you ready? Here we go. McDuff Moves In. So let's look at this book, and what can you already tell me about this book? And just think. I know you're not here to tell me in the real world, but let's think. Is it going to be a funny book? Is it going to be a serious book? McDuff Moves In. Okay, and when you're thinking about that, you're making predictions about the book, and that's what good readers do. McDuff Moves In, and it is by Rosemary Wells. McDuff Moves In. In the back of a dog catcher's truck sat a little white dog nobody wanted. Thump went the truck over a bump in the road. The little dog popped out into the night. He tumbled, which means to roll, onto the soft earth of a tulip bed, and tulips are these flowers. He did not know where he was. So if you predicted that this was going to be a serious book, your predictions are accurate because you check and change your predictions. So if you predicted it was going to be a funny book, then you would be changing your predictions right now. He needed something to eat. He needed a warm place to sleep. So he went looking. Woof, said the little white dog at the front of number 6 Pine Road. But the answer from the other side was grrr. What animal goes grrr? Woof, he said on the front steps of number 12 Oak Lane. But someone said sss, sss from the woodpile. Strange voices hooted, and whistled at him from the trees. What animal hoots at night? Many pairs of eyes winked and blinked at him from the darkness of people's gardens. And there they are. He might be too big for an owl. He's really cute. Rain poured down. It swirled and swept around him, and swirled is what the rain is doing right there. Suddenly the wind came up. It blew the clouds and rain away. And the moon smiled full on the world. Through an open window in the kitchen at number 7 Elm Road, wafted the smell of vanilla rice pudding and sausages. Woof, woof, said the little white dog. Nobody growled at him. Nobody hissed at him. Somebody opened the door and asked him to come in. It was Lucy. "This is Fred," said Lucy. No one had ever asked him to come in. I'm already thinking of some text-to-text connections. Everyone had always told him to go away. Other character had someone never asked them to do something before? What does his collar say?" asked Fred. "Animal number 47, City Dog Pound," said Lucy. "He needs help," said Fred. Lucy spooned out a dish of vanilla rice pudding. She sliced sausages on top of it. "He's hungry," she said. After a coconut herbal bath, he looked like a snow cloud. Visualize that. Visualizing, that's another great strategy. Visualize a puff ball of a dog, a snow cloud. We certainly can't keep him, Fred said. "We're much too busy." "I guess we'll have to take him to the dog pound," said Lucy. So they brought him into the car. Uh-oh, what's he thinking now? Fred drove up and down and around. "You are going in circles, Fred," said Lucy. Do you think he knows? "I don't want to find the dog pound," said Fred. "I don't want you to find the dog pound," said Lucy. Fred and Lucy brought their new friend home. "All he needs is a name." What's this? They celebrated with hot chocolate. Lucy opened a tin of McDuff's. A tin would be a container, and it's an old-time container of cookies. It was made out of a metal. Now you buy cookies in packages. So that gives you a little window to when this book was written a long time ago, right? Not like they have now. Now they have plastic and boxes. "Shortbread biscuits, that's it," said Fred. "Woof, woof," said McDuff. That night was nearly gone. The rain clattered and splattered over everything. Lucy and Fred and McDuff fell sound asleep. "Oh, how happy we are," they said in their dreams. Okay, and another hint to the setting, which is what that is, the setting, the time that the book takes place, would be in the kind of cars that are being driven. So it takes place in a certain era. And that is the end of McDuff. And I'm going to go ahead and move McDuff up here with the other read-alouds. And if you were in the classroom, I would take all the read-alouds from the previous week and move them into a bin that says read-alouds. And then they're all available to read in the classroom. So I'm going to take them all off, and the weekly read-alouds go into a bin. So we can make new room for the new read-alouds. There we go. So that is McDuff, and I'm going to leave you with the questions about asking some questions about key details. And we want to know, why do you think the little white dog came up to this house? And what makes you say that? Why does Fred drive around in circles? And what makes you say that? And the last one, you ready? How did Fred and Lucy come up with the name McDuff? Okay, and answer those questions in Seesaw.